Welcome to the Capitalist Death Parade with your hosts, Joy Marie Mann and Josh Radio Hedge, a podcast where we discuss the dystopian hellscape of capitalism that we call home. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 14. It's the Halloween election horror show. I'm Josh Radio Hedge.
And I'm Joy, and just call me Alice, though. Oh my god, my outfit's so cute, kind of. You can't really see it. But I do have props. I got my buddy, and I got my teacup. So I'm ready. Josh, I think you said you have props as well.
That's right. I've come prepared. Now, I won't be standing up to show off the rest of my outfit because I'm not wearing pants. Yarr.
Well, it's got to be uncomfortable with one leg. I mean, I can imagine that would be super uncomfortable.
But it saves on material costs.
True. And just y'all know, I'm disabled. I can't be ableist, so it's impossible. So take that. But yes, as typical, Josh and I do not go over our stories ahead of time. So we like on a good day, we like to learn from each other. I don't know why that's on my desk. I just randomly found it.
See, I learned something from Joy already today. That's not a wig, apparently, on her head.
No.
That's not a wig. It's her real hair, y'all.
That is my real hair. It's unbelievable, bitches. The only time you've ever seen me with one color hair, one hair. No, because I have an identical twin sister and her hair is all this color. It's short. And I look so much like her right now that it's actually paining me. I'm like, no, I look so much like my sister. No.
See, that's kind of fun. You and your sister should go as each other since you look so different. That would be hilarious.
No, I mean, when we have the same exact voice. Exact same voice. I mean, when I call my parents, I have to say, this is Joy. Because they don't know. Even at 45, they have no clue. But you can tell people come up to us all the time. Are you Joy's sister? Are you Teresa's sister? And, but I don't think we could be mistaken for each other anymore. When we were younger. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You know, awkward family photos.
Yeah.
Okay. So my sister and I were actually on that. And on the Today Show because of her Halloween outfit, because it was so fucking bad.
Oh, wow. You were pre-famous. I didn't even know this.
Yeah. So my mom, which we still razz her about to this day, watched like those Today type show things and got this genius idea that since we had no money, what she was going to do is take paper grocery bags, cut 2 holes for legs in them and 2 holes for arms, and then take Cracker Jack boxes and cut holes in for our masks, and then staple a bunch of coupons and shit all around it so it looked like grocery bags. And
wow.
It was bad. I mean, the pictures, I cannot, the
kids were grocery bags for Halloween?
Yeah, but here's the kicker.
Oh.
When we were in the school parade, they kept falling apart the whole time, so our teachers were walking around with Scotch tape in the parade around the neighborhood. But here's the real gem. People, it's funny now, but it kind of makes me want to cry. As we were walking, people sit on their porch and they watch the little kids go by. Well, people were like, look at the garbage bags. Look at the bags. Look at those garbage bags. And we were
Oh.
like, we're gross.
Oh, that's so sad.
I know. It scarred me. It scarred me.
See, I got scarred in a different way as a child for Halloween. My parents were hyper religious, so Halloween was seen as the devil's night. So I was not allowed to participate in Halloween until I moved out of the house.
That's very sad.
Yeah. Halloween was very evil, apparently, and kids getting candy, wearing costumes, worst night ever. And I was not allowed to participate.
Oh.
Boo!
Boo! Were you one of those kids that like snuck out and did it anyway, like in your teens?
Oh, dude, I snuck out and did all the things, like things that I shouldn't admit to because they might come back to haunt me legally. But I did some things, and that's what pastors' kids do, you know. Like when you're the son of a preacher, you get
obligatory
shit because you're making up for all that good work that your parent is doing. You can't just let them, you know, make all that goodwill and karma. Fuck that. You got to trash some shit.
That shit.
That's what I'm saying. Like I'm here to cause a little ruckus, and that's what I did as a child.
Oh, don't use that word. AOC, we're bringing the ruckus.
Oh God.
Oh my God. Tell me do you have AOC as news tonight?
I didn't snag her as news. Great. Hook me up with the AOC news. What do you got?
Okay, so this is funny as fuck. No, funny, but disrespectful. It's like when you pander, but it's actually like it is an epic fail. So she thinks since Muslims, the majority of Muslims are for Jill Stein, she thinks it's a good idea to campaign for her election in Arabic. Bad idea.
Wait.
Not only were things grammatically incorrect, they were backwards. Like they were totally fucking wrong on her like pamphlets and postcards. Totally fucking wrong.
Oh God. She didn't even hire somebody that speaks it as a native language to check it over.
She probably like Googled or something and she's like,
yeah, Google
how
Translate.
do you say? Or like they gave it to volunteers or
they gave it to the Chat GPT and the Chat GPT is like, sure, I'm pretty sure this is what you wanted.
Maybe. It's an op. Maybe it's someone that's like, you know what? I fucking hate her. I'll volunteer to do it.
There you go. That's fun little espionage stuff. I like that.
So yeah, that was gross. I just saw that like an hour ago.
Gross. Thanks, AOC, for keeping it real.
Did you see the interview a day or two ago when Tim Walz was like, and that's why I'm going to get you to have a gavel, when they were talking about Pelosi, and she's like, he promised her House Speaker, like legit on the air. And we all knew that's what was going to happen because she licks Mama Bear's boots forever.
Wait, why does she need to go back into power? She's like 90.
You know, it's that fucking, what is it, Krypton?
The planet Superman's from?
No, not kryptonite. What's the thing that freezes? Cryogenic.
Cryogenic, like fluid or whatever, yeah. Dry ice or whatever, yeah.
Dry ice, yes. Kevorkian, there's a plethora since Kevorkian died, and that's what she's doing. Bird bath and privilege scrubbed.
Dude, if she gets back into the freaking like Speaker of the House position, I'm done. I just don't like, this is ridiculous.
They need a fucking no, but Dianne Feinstein was like 92.
She literally like died. Like I part of me almost wanted her to go on the floor so she could be like,
I'm not gonna lie, I would have been okay. I think that would have been funny as fuck.
She practically did though. That's what I'm saying. Like
that's
the weirdest thing. It's like you remember that craziness where you had Nancy Pelosi's like daughter or granddaughter, I forget which, wheeling her around, like being her caretaker to help her to get to the votes. And it's like, dude, it feels like you're just like working for Nancy and getting
Yeah.
Nancy's agendas done here. And this is kind of spooky because this lady's so old. She looks like she's stroked out, can't walk, half squinting, can't like, I couldn't believe it. And then she was dead like
Essentially.
weeks later.
I mean, you know, some people call it ageist, and I don't. I call it being a realist. I mean, look, we have to start thinking about like political things like their actual jobs. Because if you only work 5 out of your 40-hour shift each week, are you going to get promoted? No. But that's how they do it in Congress.
Yeah.
They like the average, I was reading an article, this was last year, and it was like the average senator and congressperson works 20 something percent. They vote on 20 something percent of what they need to be voted on. What happens? Nothing.
Yeah.
But they make 174 a year plus. So
don't forget the greatest fringe benefit of all, Joy. When you're a senator or a congressperson, apparently you can just do insider trading, and that's totally like kosher. Weird.
And also, they pay for your rent and travel, everything. I didn't
think
realize
we talked about that last week, how AOC, she's engaged to a like super rich, like,
yeah, he's like a
fund
fucking
guy.
CEO businessman, fucking
exactly. And it's like, dude, this is brilliant. Like if it were me and I were some super wealthy investor, like hedge fund guy, yeah, you obviously want to go and hook up with the lady who can get you insider trading info. It's like it's like royal marriages kind of level shit.
Seriously, one of us.
So
what do you have? Actually, let's talk about one of mine first because it is breaking news.
Hit me with it.
There is a breaking story, an active shooter in Atlanta.
Oh, God.
Now, there's video of, it's not like video, but it's out of 4 seasons. And there's video of, excuse me, I had a long day at work. There's video of the guy throwing stuff out of the hotel window, and people are filming it like, oh my God. And it's white t-shirts, and they think maybe it's like a white flag, like, help me. And they're like, oh my God, do you see this? And all of a sudden he sticks a gun out the window and starts shooting. I don't know if it shot people. I don't know if it affected the people filming. I have no idea, because they were still in a standoff when I had to stop watching it. So, but the first thing I think of, call it conjecture, call it conspiracy theory, I don't give a fuck. I'm just going to be honest. The way my mind works, when it's close to election time, does shit like this not always happen?
Well, always. Come on, Joy. We live in America where it's like, if it's a day ending in Y, there's a mass shooting.
Yeah, but I mean, like, the thing is, like, Atlanta was one of the places the Dems were worried about.
Yeah.
Losing and stuff, and then here this happens. But the thing is, they can't say about, guns and stuff like they have before, because Kamala straight up is like, you know what? I carry. And if someone comes to my house in the middle of the night, guess what? They're getting shot. Like, you're so gangster.
I pull out my gat.
Like, oh my God, she's so gangsta. I'm so voting for her. Oh my God. So now all these Democrats that are like, ban guns. Ban guns. They're like, yes, Queen. Yes. But I digress. So, yes. Oh my God. I was thinking about this the other day because I have Facebook for a few relatives. I don't go on it. I only check the memories. And I had memories last month or so. Do you remember when there was this? I feel like it was after the Uval. I almost said Uvalde. what is it?
Uvalde?
Uvalde. They I think it was right after that, or the one in Florida. But Nancy Pelosi, okay, and all these people literally did a so-called sit-in on the House floor. Do you remember that shit? And they had it catered.
Oh yeah.
Oh my fucking god! Because I remember Debbie Wasserman Schill was there, and it showed her like video of her like getting submarine sandwiches and shit. And everyone was like sitting on the fucking floor in their like heels and dresses, and Pelosi's like, are you fucking kidding me? Like it was an insult. Like, no, like those of us who are activists, we don't pull that shit. Like we are actually real. We actually organize. This is like, hey guys, I know how to get free food. Ready for this? We stage
exactly.
a sit-in.
When we're out there protesting and organizing, we don't order and cater in a bunch of food. George Soros does that for us.
Exactly. Huzzah!
And he knows where to get the good shit because he cares about us.
I know. Exactly. How do you think I survived for the past 8 years? He's like the only reason I'm even alive. He's, he puts the roof over my head and everything.
He put a meal in my belly.
All right. Let me see. I can't. Can you see comments on your end?
I don't think I can. Partly it's because of this eye patch. Oh, wait. Yes, I can. Let's see here. Calling Larry says, I guess it was on purpose. That's even better. Uh-oh. See, I don't even know what he's referring to because I didn't have my comments on.
I'm guessing he means the shooting. Oh, wait. That's my head. Okay. Yeah. The shooting, I'm guessing. Maybe. I don't know if it was on purpose per se, or if they're just going to exploit it and use it for their agenda.
Well, obviously they're going to exploit it. That's what they always do. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they'll use it to, claim how amazing they are and how they don't stand for this, that, and the other, as usual.
Did you notice that with every single shooting, it's always both sides like grabbing onto it and manipulating it? You got one side that's like, oh, we need to ban all guns. And then you got the other side who's like, no, this is proof that you need more guns. If there'd been more people with more guns, then this guy wouldn't have had his gun shooting everybody because there would have been people with guns to shoot him. And so every single time this happens, it's like everybody throws their thing in. And it's just like, my God, can we just I don't know, have some common sense gun regulation? Like, for fuck's sake, I have to have a license to drive a car. Can we just have a license for a gun? I mean, is that really that?
You need a license to fucking fish.
It's what I'm saying. I'm not that offended by the idea of the killing machine being licensed to somebody who knows how to operate it. I don't think that's that insane. I've never understood Republicans absolute opposition to this. It's like a little gun safety is not a bad thing, y'all.
I think they talk about Second Amendment. Okay, cool. But that was a fucking musket, dude.
Yeah, that you had to pump with a rod and a ball and powder, and then took you 60 seconds. Yeah, I know.
I know. It's like you do one at a time, and
it's 100 feet if you're lucky.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
I digress. What is your topic?
Well, I wanted to jump in. Let's just jump in right to the meat of what's going on right now. The election is in 1 week, and so we are in the final horrific stretch to red or blue fascism. Are you guys excited? I'm excited. Yeah.
Yay. Wait. Yay. Oh my God. Oh, damn it.
I love, you're spilling shit all over yourself now. That's okay. Is it tea? Because that goes with your whole costume since you're Alice.
Damn it.
So you thought you're so clever. You're like, I've got this huge glass of tea that'll be hilarious. Oh no, now it's all over me.
Damn it. This is why I never fucking drink. God damn it. This is what I was going to do when you said, are you ready? And now there's booze dripping out of it.
Well, at least it didn't spill into your computer. That's good.
I didn't say that.
Uh-oh.
All right. If I get electrocuted, I love you all.
We'll miss you, Joy. So I guess what I wanted to talk about is what I was doing right before we came on is I was watching
I don't want to
Kamala's
know.
final appeal, her speech that she gave out at the White House, or I guess it was in front of the Capitol,
Today?
just moments ago. Did you
Really?
catch any of that?
No, I was trying to do research for tonight.
Yeah, no worries. Well, I was doing that too. But she gave her final argument to America for why she should be president.
Oh my
And
God,
in
shut
it,
up.
I made some notes here. She promised, again, the most lethal military on earth. So I'm glad she brought up the greatest hits that everybody loves. She brought up that she is a cop and she's going to keep being an awesome cop. She brought up more bipartisanship, talked about, we've got to work with these Republicans. They're so great.
Greatest hits for sure.
Yeah, and it was kind of sad. I mean, I was really, really, really hoping she would like set some kind of a tone on peace. The reason I'm mentioning this is I don't know if you caught Trump's big rally at the Madison Square Garden. Yeah, Trump brought a whole bunch of Muslim leaders from Michigan onto the stage, and they endorsed Trump.
More than she's done.
Exactly. Fuck, exactly. It's like Trump's lying. Like, let's not like get it twisted, because at the end of the day, Trump said to Bibi, get it done, just get it over with, whatever you need, just finish the job.
Yes.
These are his words to Bibi. So we know where Trump stands on this, but Trump can go up on that stage, welcome up the Muslim community from Michigan, and say, I want to get peace in Gaza for you people.
And you could say what you want about him. I know he's a piece of fucking trash. I get it. But he's a piece of trash. We are being presumptuous. Will continue what has already been going on for 11 months under Kamala. That's the difference.
That we're presuming that he'll somehow be worse than an unmitigated
what the fuck is worse than genocide? What's worse? What the fuck is worse?
I don't know, but every Democrat I know is telling me he'll be worse somehow.
Right. And
on genocide. He'll be extra genocide.
In the past few days, what has happened is Israel has lined up men, taped their hands behind their back, put on blindfolded, and led them to internment camps, which, if you saw my show last night, the New York Times decided to call gated communities.
I saw that.
I'm not fucking kidding you. Gated communities. And they also threw babies in a huge ditch, a huge like dugout, and made the moms watch. They also set ablaze 30 freaking refugee tents. 30. How many people in each tent? I don't know, probably at least 100, because they were squished in there. 30 of them set ablaze. This is our money, our weapons, and not only are so many people silent, they are just legit trying to defend it.
Yeah.
Which honestly, I'm going to straight up say is almost worse. Because you not only are condoning it, you are literally trying to rationalize. You may as well be given the bombs yourself. So disgusting.
Yeah, no doubt.
Speaking of which, I'm in Harrisburg, PA, and Kamala may be coming tomorrow. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. That's it.
Oh, that's wild.
That's all I've got to say.
I hope that you get a chance to finally meet her and shake her hand, because I know that's been a dream of yours.
Oh my God, I will cry. I will cry. Actually, if she walks by me somehow, I will literally vomit on her. I will find out how. Like, I will vomit on her. I will stick my finger down my throat. I don't care. I will vomit.
Oh my God. I'm not gonna lie. This is starting to enter like realms of kink. But I'm not trying to kink shame, but this is getting a little gross, Joy. Maybe.
I don't want to think about her like that. I'm just saying, like, I can't get in trouble for it. It's something my body did. It's not on purpose. Wink.
I don't know. You're gonna have a hard time arguing that one because, like, I
I'll
don't know.
delete this show.
I'm just saying, like, you might just think you're gonna puke, but there's a good chance you're gonna get tackled by Secret Service. Be fair warned if you start projectile vomiting at the president or future president.
You're right.
Yeah.
The future out of office replaced by Trump. And
Oh
we're
my
just kidding, CIA. Like, stop. We're just kidding. We're just joking around. She's not really coming to Harrisburg.
Oh, you got me all excited for nothing.
Yeah, she is coming. Obviously. But you know what? Here's what's interesting. They just announced tonight that she was coming tomorrow, okay? And by email only, you have to confirm, you have to register, blah, blah, blah. And that's the only time they'll give you the location and time is by doing that. That way they have tabs on everyone who shows up. Yeah. Not that you can't have a fake email or something like that, but they think that's how, protesters won't get in, things like that, because they have like tabs on people.
Yeah.
But have you seen, and this has been going on for months, but especially the last week, how Kamala's people have literally been kicking out Muslim and Arab people out of the rally for no fucking reason.
That they invited.
Yes. Even if they don't have keffiyeh, buttons, like even if they don't have anything relative to Palestine on them, or say
basically,
if
you're the wrong shade of brown, you are out of Kamala Town.
If you're what?
If you're the wrong shade of brown, you're thrown out of Kamala Town. That's basically how it's going down.
It's fucking insane. Like, did you see the one gentleman who's like, I am literally the pillar of the Muslim community she's fucking doing this in Michigan.
Yeah.
Michigan. The number one Arab and Muslim voting constituency. Also where she did, I'm speaking. You want to lose. Don't tell me you're trying not to lose. You fucking want to lose.
She's trying to lose. This guy in question that you're talking about, he was offered by Donald Trump. Donald Trump wanted to use him in an ad against Kamala, but ultimately this dude is so sold on being a Democrat that he refused. But the thing is, he had the opportunity to like stick the knife in her for doing this to him when he did nothing wrong. He could get his revenge.
Really disappointing.
He could speak out against this kind of, let's call it what it is, Islamophobia. And absolutely. Trump literally gave him the opportunity, but he was like, no, I'm not going to do that to my party just because I was wronged by these people. But to me, I'm like, why are you being wronged by these people? Like, let's talk about like the inherent Islamophobia that's taking place here that the party now embraces.
Exactly.
Like, I've already seen it. They're on Twitter. They're already pre-blaming the Muslim community.
This is what I'm so fucking scared of. I've been saying this for weeks. I am so fucking scared of this. Yeah. My Arab and Muslim friends, I just talked to one on the phone earlier tonight, and I said, I'm so worried. I am so fucking worried because when Jill Stein wins Michigan, when 74% of Muslims and Arabs are voting for Jill Stein in Michigan, whose fault is that? The DNC and Kamala. When Jill wins Michigan, the Muslim and Arab people are going to be, there is going to be Islamophobia like 9/11 level. Like it's going to be so fucking bad.
That's my number one fear right now. That's my number one fear.
Same. Like they're not dealing with enough shit. Then they're going to have these fucking white liberal fucking Karens. They're literally just going to flip the fuck out and be like, you're why we got Trump. And it's going to affect you more than anyone and blah, blah, blah.
And it should. I hope he rounds you up. I hope he deports you to Gaza. I hope so.
Because they sound exactly like fucking Republicans. Exactly.
Yeah. Blue MAGA and red MAGA. The only difference is like a pink pussy hat, I think. I
Yep.
think that's literally the only difference.
Absolutely.
It
Absolutely.
used to also be an LGBTQ button, but I don't know if you
And a
caught that
BLM
interview
sticker.
that Kamala did on NBC recently, where she was asked if she supports the trans community, and she
Oh my
basically,
God. And she goes,
did
I
you
believe
see that?
doing what is legal.
Oh, that is
What
the
the fuck does
spookiest.
that even mean?
Well, for
What does
me,
that
it's like
even
she's
mean?
captured the spirit of Halloween and the season by using spooky ass terminology like, I just want to follow the law. It's like that way, if the law changes and suddenly it's okay to put trans people into terrible, camps or God knows what, I'm just following the law. I'm just following orders. Oh, gee whiz, I'm just a cop doing my job. I
Yes,
mean,
slavery was
just,
legal. I
yeah,
mean, a lot of stuff was legal. Stealing
I remind
indigenous
people all the
lands
time,
also
all the
legal.
shit that Hitler did was legal
Mhm.
per his idiotic rules and shit that Germany took on to like deal with their problems. But at the end of the day, just because something's black and white on a piece of paper doesn't mean it's right. Just because Kamala goes up there and says Israel's our ally, and so we've got to do right by them by giving them endless weapons, even though they're committing a genocide, even though they're attacking all their neighbors, all of them. Like, do they have a neighbor left that they're not attacking other than Egypt? I was thinking about that.
Mm, well, they have in the past with Egypt. I definitely anticipate it.
Yeah,
But
me too. I'm waiting for when Egypt gets theirs next.
have you seen that several people from Gaza have come out endorsing Jill Stein
Oh no, I
from
haven't. That's
Gaza?
great.
Literally saying, please vote for Jill Stein. She's the
Yeah,
only one who
please
did
vote
this.
for our lives.
Like, this is the most important election. Vote like your life depends on it. I'm voting like Palestinian lives depend on it because they fucking do. So, and one of the most undemocratic motherfucking things you could do is vote shame. Telling
Yeah.
people you can't do this, you need to shut up and obey. That's not democratic. That's not democracy. Also, electing someone without getting a single fucking vote, that's not democracy. Also, trying to get someone off the ballot state after state after state because you don't like them and because you're threatened by them, also not democratic.
So I
It's
just realized something, Joy. It feels like the DNC's whole I don't know, ethos right now is like these Faustian bargains. They're trying to get you to make all these terrible deals. Like, hey,
Mhm.
maybe genocide's okay, but only because we got to stop Trump and protect your right to, your reproductive rights. And in the case of what's happening over in Israel, it's like, well, yeah, we gotta support Israel because they've got to defend themselves against, children in tents hooked up to IVs. It's like obviously.
yeah. And this is something else I was thinking of, and I think I did talk about it a little on my show last night, but people are, saying, well, Republicans endorsed her, and that's good because she's working across the aisle, or they endorsed her, so that's fucked up. But let's dig deeper into that. The fact that they've endorsed her means she is
Yeah,
beholden to them. So what
yeah,
that means is, if you guys honestly think that she is going to have Liz Cheney walking her little right wing ass across that stage time after time after time, praising her, saying how everyone needs to vote for her, and you think that she did not tell Kamala, if I vouch for you, you better not. You better not codify Roe v. Wade. You better not. You're telling me that didn't happen. You really want me to believe that Kamala is. Why do you think she fucking answered that trans question like that? I'm for upholding the law. That is a Republican answer.
yeah. That's
That's a
called.
fucking nothing answer.
It's the worst kind of answer because it's like I prefer nothing answers, but that's not a nothing answer. That's a put whatever you want here answer. And if later you should decide maybe trans people should be, I don't know, rounded up and put in camps. Well, I can just say I'm following the law. You know, like I hate that she's playing to the worst of human instinct and of American I don't know, bigotry. It's like we're going full in on hating immigrants. We're going full in on, like, every time she opens her mouth and talks about immigrants now, does she talk about, I don't know, migrant farmers and how we need them for our food systems? Does she talk about how they're our neighbors in our communities and they make the food that we love and they make art and music? No, she doesn't talk about any of that. All she talks about when she talks about immigrants now is transnational gangs. I prosecuted transnational gangs. Did you know that every single person that crosses the invisible line is a transnational gang member? Well, maybe. And that's where we're at. Like, she's just full in on the xenophobia train now. Like, I don't see the difference between her and Trump, except for, again, Trump's comments seem a little more racist, but her actions are just as racist. So then, I don't know.
But vagina. Hillary's a warmonger, but vagina. It's that fucking identity politics. Slay queen, we need a first woman president. Well, I'm voting for a woman I would like to be president. Her name is fucking Jill Stein.
Yar.
I don't want a... What's the favorite letter of the alphabet? Sir.
You'd think it'd be R. Actually, it's the C.
Ay, ay, ay. That was bad. But it took me a minute, which is even worse.
Hey, Joy. Hey, Joy. How much does a pirate pay for corn?
How much?
A buccaneer.
Oh, Jesus.
All
you
right,
guys leave a comment if you like his jokes.
Please don't. Hey, speaking of comments, shout out to Calling Larry. He brought up that Egypt did have issues with Israel, and that's true. There was a skirmish that happened. Multiple Egyptian soldiers died, but there was no retaliation, thankfully. So thus it didn't go further. But yeah, Israel already did kill some Egyptian soldiers. That's true.
And I'm waiting for that to happen more, because a lot of the people that did get out of Gaza in the beginning did go to Egypt. So, I mean, it's just going to keep expanding.
Yep.
And it's our fault. I mean, when you see the images and the videos and you see shells of bombs that say made in the USA, and you are actually voting for one of the people responsible for that. You know, I keep seeing this meme that says, not all Kamala voters are genocidal, but they've all admitted that genocide isn't a red line.
Yep.
I don't know how I feel about that. Because if you're voting to perpetuate genocide, how are you not genocidal? I don't understand. Yeah. Like, that meme is giving people an out. I don't like that. I'm not feeling it.
That's
I don't know. I guess I know what they were saying, the intention, but at the same time, you're endorsing genocide. You're endorsing it. How is that not genocidal?
Yeah.
Like, if you're going to vote for her, own it. And in a very, very, very slim chance, she actually won. Don't come crying when she doesn't do a damn thing differently. Don't say, well, we voted for her because it was Biden who did everything and we thought it'd get better. And don't even. You're not being duped. She's telling you right now who the fuck she is. She's telling you. You don't listen, that's on you. Because that's what happened. I didn't vote for Biden, but when people voted for Biden, they came out and they're like, I didn't vote for this. He's been in politics 40 years. What do you mean you didn't fucking vote for that? You had all the info. You weren't duped. same thing's gonna fucking happen. And you know, people are acting like it's like such a big deal that Trump is running. Y'all haven't shut the fuck up about Trump for 4 years. And like these like memes that are, or these like comments that are like, I can't wait to not have to talk about him ever again. Y'all motherfuckers, are you kidding me right now? You are obsessed with talking about Trump. Trump derangement syndrome is real. And they will never hold their party accountable for a damn thing. If Trump were doing this genocide, and I'm not talking after it's already been 13 months, I'm saying if he started it, I think things would be a little different. But when he wins and gets in office, if and when he continues this, these shit libs are going to come out in the streets with us, and all their signs are going to be about Trump. And it's going to be so fucking enraging.
Whatever. I'm looking forward to seeing that sea of pink pussy hats. That encourages me. I'm gonna be just right there. I'm gonna be right there marching along in a giant pussy outfit, just being like, "Hey, everybody, I'm an enormous vagina," and it's gonna be great.
You're sexist, asshole. Here, everyone who has not read my book, here is my book, The Yas Queen Chronicles. If you can see, it's a parody, a shitlib parody, and there is the pink pussy hat. There is, you know, all the shit libbery. And it's about all the shit libs.
Fun fact, Joy sent me a signed copy of it, even though I have a restraining order against her.
I did, because the thing is, we didn't meet up that time. It wasn't in person.
So it doesn't count.
Okay. You do have my address now, which is kind of fucking scary.
Whatever. You're the one who keeps sending me all these ransom notes. So whatever.
He's joking. He's joking.
I'm joking.
What else do you have on? Oh, but that's what I was going to say. Okay. So I knew I had a point. So did you see them coming out, like all the talking heads and even Kamala and shit coming out talking about how there's already election interference?
Like the Kamala people are, oh my God, this is literally a joke that I made a week ago. Are you serious?
Oh, I'm dead serious. It's Russia. It's the xenophobia is continuing. It's Russia. And you know when this started happening? When she started falling in the polls. Oh my God, this is fucking crazy. So let's give the benefit of the doubt. And let's say that 1/1,000,000th of a chance she wins.
Yeah.
Does that make it invalid? Because they have proof Russia is doing something. Or is that only something to look into if they don't win? Because I seem to remember for the past 4 years, oh my God, Trump is still complaining it was rigged and blah, blah, blah. And he should just grow up and get over it. But they're already saying it's rigged and it didn't even take place.
All right. Can I read you something real fast?
I don't know. Can you?
Okay, I wrote a post 5 days ago where I laid out Kamala's only path to victory, since she is now losing in like swing state, basically every swing state. This is my path to Kamala's victory. So this time 4 years ago, Joe Biden was cleaning up on early votes. But right now, Kamala's losing in early voting swing states to the guy who claimed early voting is how Dems rigged the election. At this point, the only way it appears that Kamala may have a chance to win this thing is if the Democrats toss democracy into the trash like they did immigrants, the environment, and international human rights, and pull their own Trump 2020 style election stunt. Now hear me out. And to my Republican friends, you should be the first to back my plan since you already backed it under Trump. Kamala starts by claiming today that Trump has rigged the election. And on election night, declare victory before the vote totals come out. Now, find sucker lawyers who will lose their law license after filing dozens of bad faith legal arguments based on no evidence. Next, find sycophants who are too stupid to recognize the legal danger they'll be in when they file forged paperwork and claim to be alternate slates of electors. Alternate than the ones, of course, that the voters empowered with their actual vote. Now, have the current VP, whomever that may be, throw out the slate of electors the American people voted for and declare that due to vote rigging by the Republicans, no evidence required, you will now be taking a different slate of electors and declare yourself president. Now, hire more lawyers with no sense of self-preservation and have them slow down or fling mud at everyone trying to move this crime towards the wheels of justice for the next so many years. And finally, declare that you did all these things that Trump did, but you did them successfully. Now seize power and point to the recent Supreme Court ruling that says anything the president does is legal, and now drop your balloons and celebrate. I think that's Kamala's path to the White House. I think I named it. And it's just funny when you mentioned that they're already claiming the shit's rigged. I'm like, hey, that's part one of my plan.
I had a feeling it was. See, they have to start it now. Because when she loses, they can't start it then. And because then they look like Trump even more. Because it's like, oh, this is my hissy fit.
Yeah.
I didn't win, so now I'm going to say it's rigged. But you know what? There was a shitload guy on MSNBC or CNN or one of those fucking rags, and he was on yesterday. I showed it on last night's show, and he was like, look, and he's a Democrat, and he was like, look, the Democrats have done this twice. They installed Hillary Clinton, even though the people wanted Bernie, and they installed Kamala Harris, even though she got no votes. And this one girl said exactly what Bruce Spiva said in the courtroom. She said, there are no rules for the DNC to pick people in a certain way. And I was like, yep, back rooms with cigars. I mean, they don't even try and hide it. Like, they just legit say it. Like, there is no democracy. There isn't. It doesn't exist. But democracy is on the line.
I mean, democracy doesn't exist in the primary, and then it should at least theoretically exist in the federal. But the problem then becomes in the federal election, you've got Democrats and Republicans suing to get different things thrown off, different ballots thrown out, different candidates tossed off of the ballot.
Electoral college.
Yeah.
How the fuck democratic is that? I mean, like, how does that even make sense? It should be one person, one vote. But everyone gets grouped in. Or like popular vote should win. Yeah, that would have gave us Hillary and I would have fucking lost my shit. But at the same time, that is what should happen. Period. Popular vote. Now, what's going to happen is Kamala, which I highly doubt, let's say, I mean, she's going to lose. I will bet right now, I've been saying it since she announced she's going to fucking lose. But I'm still going to be nice and say, if she won. Let's say if she lost and got popular vote, which, like I said, I see as impossible. But if she did, the same fucking Hillary supporters are going to be like, it should be popular vote. Well, what the fuck have you done the past 4 years? What the fuck have you done the past 8 years?
Have you heard this, though? They're saying that this year, because I guess Kamala is pushing so hard for some of these swing states and doing so much to try to pull Republican votes, that there's a chance this year that she could lose the popular vote, but still manage to win the electoral vote, thus throwing Republicans into chaos, because then Republicans will be like, hey, this electoral college ain't no fair. And they'll be right.
I just spit that all over myself. I'm not sure if you saw that. This is why I don't drink on the air. Damn it. Now I gotta wash this fucking costume. God damn it. But yeah, no, I mean, there are a million plausibilities. Like, I mean, it could go so many different ways,
Yeah.
but I see this as a blind person, but I see it going this way. Trump win, Trump get popular vote. That's absolutely how I see it. Because she has done so much to drive people away. I mean,
Yes.
the way she's trying to come at black men, oh my fucking God. And now it's the first thing on her website. She was like, I'm prepared to get black men to vote. I will legalize weed. And
Wait, did you see the ad that she put out of the black women turning down the black man for a date because he's not voting? Did you see this one?
what?
I'm not even joking. Oh my God, I wish I'd had this loaded up. I'd put it on for you. But literally, they're running an ad that's the basic concept of the ad is vote for Kamala or you won't get any pussy. I swear to God, this is the ad.
I'm not that shocked. I don't want to act shocked because I'm not that shocked, because let's break it down. How many of Diddler's people has she been prancing around on stage with?
Yeah.
Usher, Beyonce, and I know there was a few others I can't think of. She goes on a dude's podcast who has like charges of beating the shit out of women. She goes on Howard Stern's podcast, drinks
She
beer.
really likes rehabilitating monsters, I've noticed. That's a thing for her.
You know what? I didn't have a chance to look into this, but did you hear that she canceled her appearance with Joe Rogan?
Yeah, well, and I think it's kind of silly because I don't understand. Like, she's obviously in the final week before the election, she's busy. So the fact that she's like, hey, I'll do it, but come meet me here and we'll do an hour interview. And Joe Rogan's like, no, we're only doing it in my studio 3 hours. I'm like, I don't know, Joe. Like, this is your opportunity to actually go and interview her if you want.
3
She's
hours?
obviously busy this week. Let's just be honest. So that's the thing. Yeah, he demanded 3 hours and it be in his Austin studio. And she's like, yeah, I can't. I'm offering you to come meet me for an hour interview. And he's like, nah, that's not enough. It's not what I want. So it's a bummer.
To be fair, I know she's busy. She'll be in my town tomorrow. A reminder. But to be fair, if she were smart, she would work something out, because what was the best decision Bernie ever fucking made? Going on Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
That changed that 2020 campaign. There were you look at those comments. I never would have voted for you, but this interview changed everything for me. I mean, just person after person after person. Dude has millions of listeners.
Well, do you know why that happened? It's because it gave the chance for people to humanize Bernie, and he had been demonized by everyone in the media for years. And suddenly people are like, oh, this guy seems like he's really on point, and he seems like passionate about things that matter to me. Ugh. Like,
and
I
now
like
we
this
don't
guy
know
suddenly.
about
It's
that,
like, yeah, go figure.
Still, and I think one of the things about Joe Rogan, I mean, I think he's a stooge, but regardless, I mean, he, for having millions of viewers and listeners, he still is like independent in the sense that he's not MSM. And I think a lot of people are more trustworthy of that. And they get to see them on these guests on shows that they're not in these button-up suits and, sitting there and ready for these stock questions that they've been asked 5,000 times. They're being very vulnerable by going on his show.
Yeah.
And after she just had a fucking hissy fit and stormed off of Fox News after like 23 minutes instead of an hour. So you're running for president, but you cannot stand the heat of an interview. And you're saying you have all these supporters who are Republican, only you go to essentially their network. The one thing he asked her, which was a fucking valid ass questions. I don't like the dude, but he was respectful. He said her name right. Like I didn't find anything wrong with his delivery. And he's like, well, people want to know why, if you're already in office, why haven't you done the things thus far? And she goes, Donald Trump. And he's like, wait. And she's like, you know what I'm going to say? Donald Trump. What? I swear I don't think I've ever seen her answer a fucking question. Ever.
I don't think she can. Like, she's like, okay, if you make her answer a question she's not prepared for, you get word salad.
Cackles.
And if it's a question she has prepared for, you get a speech that was like pre-written and practiced 8,000 times. Mm-hmm. And that's the vibe she gives off. Like, I've heard a lot of people say this. Like, again, I can't stand Trump. I think, by the way, he should be in fucking jail for the crazy ass fake elector scheme. Don't know why that didn't happen. But Trump's out there and he's able to I don't know, push. I'm losing my train of thought. I suck. I lost my train.
Do you have other topics, or are we just rambling tonight?
We're rambling. I did want to jump back real quick to that interview we watched earlier with Kamala. Or we didn't watch it, but we talked about it, where she throws trans folks under the bus.
Bring it up. I want to see it.
I'll play it. I have it up. Can I play it? Okay, I'll play it right now.
All right.
It bummed me out, needless to say, but it's a short video. It needs to be seen.
Yeah, I totally never saw this.
Okay.
Honestly, I just
well, here, let's play it.
Speaking here. Sure. Do you believe that transgender Americans should have access to in this country?
I believe we should follow the law. I mean, I think you're probably pointing to the fact that Donald Trump's campaign has spent tens of millions of dollars.
They're trying to define you on this.
Yes.
I'm asking you to define yourself, though. Just broadly speaking, what is your value? Do you believe they should have that access?
I believe that people, as the law states, even on this issue about federal law, that is a decision that doctors will make in terms of what is medically necessary. I'm not going to put myself in the position of a doctor.
Let me ask you this question, very broadly speaking.
Medically necessary.
Do you believe that transgender...
Yeah. Medically necessary. She is talking about abortion.
I just can't. Here's the point that I wanted to make, why I played the video, okay? I actually, just on this show a few weeks ago, I called it. I said, guys, trans people are next on the Democrats' hit list. You know, I was like, look at this. They already threw immigrants under the bus. They already threw the Muslim community under the bus. Fascism works by constantly devouring outside groups. And when you run out of outside groups, you take some of your inside groups and you make them outside groups. And what she's doing right now, actively, you're seeing it in real time. She is distancing herself from the trans community.
Absolutely. But so many of my trans comrades are voting for her.
I get it, because that was the whole strategy. The big chess move was, well, we got to stop Trump because he'll be worse on LGBTQ rights. And it's like, okay, but what are the Democrats doing? You know, what are they doing to protect?
Literally, all she had to say there is, well, I will follow the law, but if it infringes on the rights of our trans comrades, then I will change the law. Like, literally, like you. But she didn't, because Liz Cheney is fucking licking her boots while she's down there.
She could have just been like, she could have been like, I support the trans community, and we believe that all Americans should be free to do whatever is necessary and decided between themselves and their doctors. She could have just said that, just show support. But she didn't say a single word of support. She said, I support the law as it stands.
Yep.
Like, I'm so grossed out by this. I feel so bad for all my LGBTQ friends and family, because y'all deserve better. than to be the next victim in her fucking like under the bus parade. I'm sick of this shit. Like, please, y'all deserve better than this bigotry.
The capitalist death parade.
Yeah. Ugh. Anyways, that's what all I wanted to bring that back up. I wanted to mention that because I was really saddened to see Kamala now basically throwing them under the bus. It's like, oh great, there it is.
I mean, are you really surprised though?
I mean, come on. Like, just pretend. I knew they were going to
keep saying that?
No, but here's
I don't
what I'm
want
saying.
her to. She's fucking fake. I don't want her.
I want these motherfuckers to lie to me. I don't want the truth if the truth is the bare like bones of what they're doing. Because if that's what they're presenting and we're still voting for it, then that means we're approving the awful bare bones shit they're doing to us. I can't. I prefer when they lie because then you can be like, haha, they lied. I don't know. Is that weird that I would rather be lied to and not her?
It's a way of rationalizing.
In the world.
I want to see. That's the one thing I could say about Republicans. They just straight up just say shit.
Oh yeah.
They don't have to try and hide who they are. They're just like, oh well, we believe this. Okay, so you know what you have. Democrats. But I mean, Vote Blue, no matter who, has shown yet again that they have no standards. They have no morals. As long as it has a D next to their name, they are voting for it.
A D and a pulse. That's all you need, you know?
And a V.
I had the other day, I was in a forum and we were discussing the genocide in Gaza. And so I created a little thought experiment. It's one that I'd seen before, and I thought I'd recreate it, which was the 99% Hitler experiment. Do you know about this? Did you see this when it went around before? Yeah. And again, for folks watching, the idea is this. What Kamala and the DNC have been pushing, and the DNC has been pushing this for decades, is lesser evilism. And the idea is you vote for someone who's bad, but you vote for them because they're not as bad as the other person is bad. And what we've created is we've created just a constant shifting evilness in this country. And we're all headed towards it. And so the concept of the lesser or the 99% Hitler is you have two candidates to vote for. You have Hitler, literally Hitler, or you have 99% Hitler. He's like a clone of Hitler, but he doesn't have the little mustache, and occasionally he'll pet a dog. And he's down to protect women's rights is what he's saying. He's saying he'll protect women's rights, whereas regular Hitler says also genocide, no women's rights. So then it becomes this, okay, do I, to support the lesser evil and get a better outcome, do I vote for 99% Hitler for my own benefit, even though I know he's going to do Hitler things like a genocide? So I throw this out there thinking people will be like, okay, you know, you're trying to point at Kamala and say she's Hitler, but they took the bait. And these people in the forum were like, yeah, you vote for 99% Hitler. Obviously, harm reduction, bro. Obviously, you vote for 99% Hitler because you get whatever concession you can. It's a chess match, bro. Strategy. Like, this is what these people were responding to me with. And I'm like, oh my God, this is what the DNC has done. They now have literally people like happily being like, I would vote for Hitler to stop something worse. Like, that's where they've got people this fucking conditioned.
Yeah.
Like, whoa.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Anyways, that's my brainwash rant there. Had to get that out.
I mean, it's true. It's true. Well, I'll tell you what, comrade. The next time that we do this show, dun, dun, dun. All right. So before we go, I want everybody in the comments to say who you think will win. I mean, America loses. America lost. What person do you think is winning? I want to make it very clear, though. I'm going to say this again and again and again for the next week. We have this incredible opportunity. And I know every fucking 4 years, It's nothing but this is the most important election in your life. This time, if you are a true leftist or whatever the fuck you want to say, and you really stand with Palestine, this is the most important election of your lifetime. And if you vote for Jill and we get 5%, that duopoly is done. Now it's 3 parties. Granted, those are one, so it's 2 parties, but you know what I mean. So now there's 3 parties, and that means Greens get federal funding. They're allowed on the debate stage. It's easier for them to get ballot access, and the list goes on. Now let's really think about this. If we get at least 5%, they will know, the Democrats will fucking know that it is because the millions of us who have fought for Palestine for 13 months did not fall for the lesser evil bullshit, that this genocide cost them this election, and it literally changed politics forever. If we do not get at least this 5% this time, we're never going to get it. Ever. Never. This is the most, we have never seen like this in many of our history. We've never seen millions of people in the streets for 13 months. People are more pissed now than they've ever been. People are more against the duopoly now than they've ever been. We need every fucking person to vote for Jill. And with that being said, also, I'm going to tell you guys straight up, in 2016, when I worked for Bernie's campaign, and many of us wrote him in, and other people didn't, and they swore, well, I'm writing him in, blah, blah, blah. And then guess what? At the last minute, they voted for Hillary. And you know what? 8 years later, they still fucking hate themselves. You know why? Their vote didn't even fucking matter. She still lost. So you need to think about this. You need to think, when I wake up November 6th, am I going to be okay with how I voted? You do not fucking give in to other people. It is not their fucking choice. Are you going to be okay with it? If Kamala wins and she continues this shit, are you going to be okay with that? It is up to you. And if you don't think you're going to be able to be okay with that, then don't fucking do it. Because Electoral College, I'm in Pennsylvania, okay? I'm Pennsylvania. I'm a swing state. I don't give a flying fuck. Nobody owns my vote but me. I don't give a fuck. I will not vote for genocide. I don't give a fuck what anyone says, does. I don't give a shit. You could offer me $10,000 and I'll tell you to go fuck yourself. I am that serious. I will not be able to live with myself.
Joy, I have some good news for you. I have a $10,000 check here with your name on it. All you have to do is vote for Kamala.
For me to poop on. Nah. Hell no. Hell nah. But I will take it and give it to people in Palestine.
Oh. Well, if Kamala found out, she'd be furious.
She'd what?
She'd be furious.
Good. Now I'm really going to do it. But every time that bee opens her mouth, I'm going to vote for Jill Stein even harder. I cannot wait.
Hey, so I want to back this.
Just think about that. Think about January 20th when someone's being sworn in. Are you going to be okay with how you voted? Are you going to be okay with it? Because I will. So thank you guys so much for watching our Halloweener show. And Josh, thank you so much for joining.
Before we jump off, I have to mention our Grand Marshal. Can I throw that in real quick?
Yeah, I was just going to ask you.
So do you know who Ryan Girdusky is?
No.
Okay. So he was on CNN recently on a little panel having a debate about Gaza and about the election and about Palestine, Palestinians and everything.
Is this the clip we put up here?
Different clip. I'm not going to put up the clip because it's so chaotic. Everybody in the debate is yelling at each other. It sounds like a fist fight. It's impossible to listen to it. But one part happens, and this is why I brought it up here. So Ryan Girdusky, he's having an argument with Mehdi Hassan, former MSNBC anchor.
Oh, I saw this.
Oh, you saw it. You saw it. Yeah. And when Mehdi had said that he supported the Palestinians, Girdusky responds to him. He says, "Well, I hope your beeper doesn't go off."
Mm-hmm.
And I had to mention that not only is this just some wildly inappropriate, Islamophobic, just vile shit to say, but the dude got banned from CNN for life for making this comment. And I'm like, okay, I don't often give credit to CNN, but thank you for seeing that dude being the shittiest person you've ever seen and being like, yeah, you're not welcome here anymore. Get the fuck out of here, you nutbag.
All right, we'll give it to him.
Okay, because I figure somebody's got to have it, and this guy deserves more than just getting banned from CNN. He deserves to march off that cliff.
Yes, absolutely. Lead the way, Trash. Lead the way. Well, thank you guys so much again for watching. Smash the like, smash subscribe. Tomorrow, I may be going live throughout the day for some things. And then tomorrow night, I have Ron Placone at 7 p.m. Eastern. We are going to be talking about the election and why we are voting for Jill. Oh, shout out to Jill and the campaign for putting me on their campaign page as an endorsement. That was really cool. I really got happy about that because I'm with some pretty awesome comrades there. So shout out to them for that. Also, I was asked to work at the Jill booth on election day at, I'm not sure with which location, but if you would like to do that, please fill out the form on jillstein.com and sign up to, basically, you're one of those people who just sits at the table, hands out information. If people are undecided, share why you support her, things like that. So it's not a difficult job by any means, but you may get some attitude here and there, but that's what makes it exciting. So yes, do that. Thursday night, I have independent scientist Scott Smith back. He is giving us the updates on East Palestine, Ohio. This past week, 2 city council electeds have resigned. So we will be getting into that even more. And I'll have some residents on with him as well, of course. So again, tomorrow throughout the day, keep your eyes peeled. And then 7 p.m. with Ron. So smash that like, smash subscribe. Thanks so much, guys.
Smash some pumpkins.
Smash some pumpkins, including Billy Corgan, because he's a whiny ass motherfucker.
Hey, he didn't used to be.
Despite all my rage, that's the song for tonight.
All right. Well, I'm just saying the world is a vampire, and maybe it drained Billy Corgan's mojo. It happens. It happens to us all.
No, I'll tell you what drained his mojo. Fucking Courtney Love.
I was thinking it was all the time he hung out with Alex Jones, but who knows?
He did?
Yeah, he was really into InfoWars for a while. He was on there all the time.
Really?
Ew. Yeah, he was he and Alex Jones seemed kind of BFF for a while. It was a little weird.
Seems on brand.
Yeah, right? It is a little on brand. Well, there it is, folks. It's been another amazing week of amazing, crazy election madness. Next week, we're going to be here probably talking about the fall of American hegemony, I assume, next week.
Well, no, let's do Wednesday next week because we're going to be like glued to results. Like that shit's not going to be in by 9 o'clock. There's no way.
True. So, yeah, we'll be bumping this to Wednesday evening. That's fair.
Look, I mean, Russia has a lot of work to do Tuesday night. When the polls close at 8 p.m., it's not going to be a quick thing. It may or may not be joking. Just kidding.
Yeah. Look out, guys. Smash the like. Smash your ballot for Jill Stein into the ballot box. Don't smash it so fast that the ballot box catches on fire. And please tune in next Wednesday for our insane final election results, end of all time
Armageddon.
extravaganza.
Election Armageddon.
Electiongeddon. Yay.
Electiongeddon. Thanks, guys. Much love. Tune in tomorrow. Don't forget.
See you next week on the Capitalist Death Parade.